I don't know.
West side's got the funk, yeah. South side's got the funk, yeah. North side's got the funk, Chi-Town's got the funk, yo. Chi-Town's got the funk, Chi-Town's got the funk,
Chi-Town's got the funk, yeah. Chi-Town's got the funk, yeah. Episodes from my area code, we never fit the description, we breaking them.
Hey everybody, we're Nude Dude Food. I am Ryan.
And I'm Seth. Welcome to Local Eats. We're here at FLATS, the Ardus in River North, cooking up a few easy appetizers that we love sharing with our clients. Stick around and we'll show you what we're cooking up.
So first up, I'm gonna make an asparagus dish. We're gonna saute it on the stovetop. We're gonna top it with some crispy shallot, shaved Parmesan, and a pine nut aioli to finish.
And I'm gonna be doing a braised mussel dish, gonna be braised with some fennel, some jalapeno, some garlic, some white wine. We're gonna top it off with a little mint and our famous Nude Dude Food sourdough bread.
So first up, I'm gonna prep our asparagus. We just washed it. After that, then I'm gonna cut up some shallot, garlic, and then we'll get to work.
I've got a nice bulb of fennel here. I'm gonna cut off the top section, the frond is what it's called. Make sure you're not throwing that away because these are great looking garnishes for later.
Nude Dude Food started in 2016. We're private chefs based out of Chicago, but thanks to the power of social media, we travel all over the country doing small to medium-sized corporate events, private dinners in Airbnbs, literally all over the place. We've been in 17 states and Mexico in our first 2 years of business.
It's always interesting when we show up on site because sometimes in advance we've worked out what we're wearing. Technically, a lot of times we are shirtless with apron, but we always wear pants. So it's just kind of a symbol of health and wellness. Like, hey, you can still eat really good food and feel good about the way you look. But yeah, we just like to have fun and we kind of break down the traditional barriers between the caterer and client and just try to make it a more fun, approachable experience, a little more lighthearted, and really just more focused on the idea of getting together and sharing food with people because that's so important.
So yeah, so our asparagus is prepped. I'm just gonna chop up some shallots and garlic. Those are our aromatics for the dish.
Cutting up some dry salami, we're gonna put a little bit of this in the mussel dish. You can of course omit this, but this is gonna add another layer of saltiness, another layer of umami to the dish, and really kind of gonna boost flavor in the mussel dish itself. All right, so we've got our mise en place ready, which means everything in its place. We're gonna start with the asparagus. We're just gonna do a quick saute in the pan, and then we're gonna show you how to assemble the final dish after that. Then we'll move on to the mussels.
All right, so I'm gonna saute the asparagus. I have a stainless steel pan, nice and hot. I don't recommend this at home, but just so you can see for the camera, we have some high temp vegetable oil here. We're gonna drop in some of our asparagus, get that sizzle, get it back on the heat.
All right, now we're gonna plate everything up. We have a delicious pine nut aioli that's gonna add just a little of that richness, a little pine nut toasty flavor to it. Should go nicely with the asparagus. Ryan's gonna put a little dollop on the bottom and spoon drag it across on the plate. Always be careful with these hot pans. Hit it down there. So already we have kind of the richness component with the aioli underneath. Got the asparagus down, now we're gonna hit it with a little acidity. He's gonna sprinkle some lemon juice over the top. It's gonna brighten everything up and make your taste buds kind of pop when you taste it. Gonna do a few more garnishes. We're gonna shave some Parmigiano Reggiano, some really good quality Parmesan cheese over the top. Also reinforces that kind of salty umami flavor. And then a few kind of things on the crispier nature for pop. We have some toasted pine nut and some crispy shallots that we're gonna put on there as well to add a little bit of texture to the dish. And after that, you're done. Took about 10 minutes start to finish. Pretty easy, looks fancy, and your guests are gonna love it. Voila.
All right, so the bread's been in the broiler. We're gonna pull it, Seth's gonna grab it, we're gonna slice it up, and then get onto those mussels.
As you can see, it's beautifully toasted, not too dark, a little crispy on the outside. It'll still be nice and tender on the inside. All right, here goes for the mussels. We have a pan heating up over medium heat. Little olive oil, extra virgin of course, little good quality butter. And we're gonna put some fennel, some shallot, and for a little kick, because no one likes dull tasting food, we have some ripened red jalapeno. All right, aromatics are ready. Everything is smelling fragrant. They're softened a bit. They're a little translucent color. Now we're gonna go in with some of the salami for flavor and some of this fresh garlic. All right, now we're gonna add the liquid component to it. We have a Torrantes from Argentina, nice and light and bright, kind of has acidic floral character, some citrus notes. We're gonna go in with the, about a cup and a half or so of that. Look at these gorgeous mussels we have here today. We get our seafood locally in town from Wabash Seafood Company. These are some of the best mussels you can get in the country. They're pretty cheap too. They're only about $4 to $5 a pound. So if you're looking to wow somebody on a budget, strongly encourage you to get mussels. Mussels dropping in. Give it a little shake. Put the lid on, let those steam for about 5 to 7 minutes until they've all opened. Most of them have opened, so we're gonna take them off and finish them up here. Gonna hit it with a little more lemon juice. All right, now we're gonna dump it into the bowl. Why do you want to put that bowl in the middle for me? Hey,
yeah,
thank you, chef. Here they come. All those delicious vegetables, all the sauce out.
Bring our sourdough bread back into that picture.
Also other garnishes, we have a few fennel fronds, just more for look, and a few mint leaves too. Not a ton of them, but just kind of a offset all the other flavors in there, just something a little different, kind of something to make you go, Little fennel frond too. Plus the green is always a nice contrast to the darker colors. All right, we're gonna try a few of these dishes here. First, the asparagus.
Let's get in there, yeah. We don't need a share plate.
No. Let's see how we did. It's got a nice richness to it. You get the pine nut essence to it, a little more salt from the cheese. Onion adds a nice little crunch on top too. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Mussels.
Let's dig in here. Although you want to get all that sauce down there.
I know. Take a little taste of the mussel. They look nice and plump. Sometimes I kind of like to re-dip in the sauce. Plump and juicy. The sauce has a nice acidity to it. You get a little kick from the jalapeno. Overall, a couple easy apps you can do in about 15 minutes or less. It's really gonna wow your guests. They're full of flavor. They're pretty health focused. They're healthy, a lot of nutrients. They're delicious. I've had fun.
So again, we're Nude Dude Food. I am Ryan, this is Seth. Check us out on Instagram at Nude Dude Food. Keep up to date on all of our pop-ups. Of course, hire us for any private events, corporate events, bachelorette parties, you name it, we'll be there.
Thank you for joining us here on Local Eats from Flats, the Ardus. We'll see you next time. Have a good evening. Or day. What if it's not evening?
I don't know. You do it again, there you go. You know?
I think you got it.
Go.
That's awesome.
Cool.
West side's got the funk.
Yeah.
South side's got the funk.
Yeah.
North side's got the funk.
G-O.
Shot town's got